Hey guys, welcome to Bipolar Boxing. Saturday night we got Caleb Plant versus Trevor McCumby. I don't know what to really think about this fight. I just don't know a lot about McCumby. I tried watching some footage on him. He's got a great record, 28-0, 21 wins. I don't know anybody on his resume. And I also don't know anybody who any of those guys have beat before. Like, it's just not a good sign for Trevor McCumby. But, I mean, this is a great fight for him at this point in his career because, man, if he could pull a rabbit out of his hat and beat Plant, he's right in the mix of things at 168. And this would be huge for him. The guy's, I'll just say, charismatic, I guess, what you call his personality. But the guy is very confident in himself. If he beats Plant, we're all going to look real stupid, and this guy is going to become, a contender at 168 in one fight. That's all you need to do sometimes. But, I mean, I watched video of this McCumby guy, and I just think he looks very slow. I think Caleb Plant is way too fast for him. Caleb Plant's not the biggest puncher in the world. Like, I saw the Durrell knockout. He can knock you out with one punch, but I think this fight is going to be more like an accumulation. I think Plant gets something like a late round stoppage, and I think it might even be a TKO. Maybe he won't even knock McCumby down. Maybe McCumby is a tough guy, and he can't knock him down, but I think even if that doesn't happen, he's going to hurt him at some point, and McCumby's going to go back against the ropes, and Plant's just going to unload like a 10-punch combination, even though all of them aren't landing. And I see the ref stepping in maybe around like round 7 or 8 or something like that. But I don't see the path to victory for for Trevor McCumby in this fight. Like, the Hail Mary knockouts is his only chance to win, I see. Like, I don't see him being able to win a decision because against a guy like Plant, like, Plant's going to be there the whole fight. I do not know about McCumby, but McCumby would have to like steal most of the early rounds and then win like one round in the back half or something to win him a 7-5 decision. That would be his only way to win. I just don't see it happening. I saw this guy on the scales today, and he looks in good shape, but I think he's got a little bit too much muscle for him at 168. And I didn't say this about the Berlanga and my Canelo prediction, but like Berlanga's the same thing. I think he's got a little too much muscle on him for 168. It's just simple biology. Like those guys with a lot of muscle, like my buddy will call them like sugar burners. Lactic acid builds up in their muscles and stuff like that, and everything just becomes harder down the stretch. Your muscles don't move when you want them to move. And I think that could be McCumby's downfall is he might be too big for this weight class. And I think he's going to fade down the stretch, and Plant is going to start off. I think Plant starts off just dominating from the get-go, and McCumby will go into survival mode around like 5 or 6, and then Plant gets him out of there in like 7 or 8. I also see this fight being a knockout just because I don't think Plant's the biggest puncher, but like just the accumulation, and it's going to be all fight. And also, Plant doesn't like this fucking guy. Plant doesn't like a lot of people. He's got a lot of confrontations with a lot of people, which ain't a bad thing. It gets eyes on the sport, and it makes you want to see fights. I mean, who doesn't want to see Plant versus Berlanga next? Come on. But I think Plant doesn't like this guy, and I think he'll go try to knock him out, even though his easiest path to victory would just be box off the back foot, let this big dummy come to you, and gas himself out and not do anything in the first 4 rounds, but then he's going to be dead by round 5, then step on it and then go get him. But Plant could just stay on his back feet all night and secure himself a very easy victory. Not going to hate on him if he goes that route. I just think he gets the knockout here. I don't look at over-unders for betting. I just bet strictly who I think is going to win the fight. I never look at any of the other stuff. No props or nothing like that. So I just got Plant on a bunch of parlays. He's minus like 14, 15, 1600. But, I mean, like people tell me like there's no value on betting stuff like that. Like Caleb Plant ain't losing this fight, guys. Canelo's not losing that fight either. Throw him as, I call him like juice for extra parlays. But like they're not losing that fight. And if you put him on parlays, like that's not the fight you're expecting to lose on there. So even if they lose, like the odds are you're going to lose another fight somewhere on your parlay, and the parlay's not going to matter anyways. But like, it doesn't hurt to just throw this on parlays. Like, I don't like betting these things like straight up because anything can happen in boxing. But I mean, come on, guys. I just don't see Trevor McCumby unless Caleb Plant just like he has only won one fight in the last 3 years, and like maybe he got that Canelo payday, and his lifestyle and everything, he just might not be into boxing. But I don't think that's the case. Just give me Caleb Plant. Very easy fight, and I think he gets a knockout. I'm gonna say round 8. Have a good night, guys.